Okay. Um, Bitrate is stabilizing. Okay, bitrate is stabilizing. All right, that was a really bad, really hard crash. Kind of not what we wanted right now. But okay, we're back up. Here we go. I don't know if there's any way we can. Ooh, Kitty, you almost knocked over my drink. That would have really pissed me off. Oh, baby. Baby, I threw the ball. You just lost it. Baby, I get you have zoomies. I've had a long day. Can you chill out? Come here. Oh, come here. Oh. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, that was a really bad PC crash. That was like, wow, especially because it was also a fresh boot. Like, my PC was off all day. I just got here, turned it on, went straight to start the stream. Anyways, we're back. We're doing a 0 to hero. I wonder if I should put like a crash counter, a death counter. That could be kind of fun. Especially if I find some way to increment it more gracefully than like alt tabbing every time. Either way, in theory, we should be able to load in now. I'm all about the death of a space cow counter. Death of a space cow. I love that. We should give you points for that. That's a good line. But yeah, I've had a long day. And this seems really fun to me. And I'm hoping that it won't crash again. But we will see. But yeah. I don't know, it was a long enough day that I'm debating taking tomorrow off, but everyone... Here we go, my first time ever having a small personal hangar. Ever. Performance is really bad right now as things load in. It should be the same settings as my main account. My kitty is going zoomy wild. Baby, I threw you your ball. You just lost it. All right. To prove, though, that we have, like, nothing, here we go. This is all we have in the account, is some stuff that from the account being just active for a long time. We have a multi-tool, which we will take. I will take a free multi-tool. And yeah, there's our tractor beam. But yeah, we are completely bone stock, and here we go. We do have this MPUV cargo because it was, I think that's why I first made the alt. And then here we go, our Aurora Mark II. Now, part of me also wanted to do this challenge in VR, but I think that'd be a real pain to stream. But yeah, we are a complete bone stock account. And like I said, this goal might change. Where I have it roughly set is like, hey, get a Carrack. But I also Kitty,
color. That's almost.
Kitty, you're being really, really annoying, and I will lock you out of here if you keep coming in and pressing buttons. Okay? You have a bed. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. It's okay. He is spicy right now. I wonder if there's like a more graceful way of doing a counter than that. Nope. Here we go. So we do not have any modules. We do not have the cargo or the combat module, because that would raise the price of the starter package. We only have you know, in theory for this test, the $45 starter ship, right? No paints, no nothing. This is what we're working with to begin. So, we start with 25,000 credits, and I don't even think we can afford anything for the ship itself just yet. But we have her. She's here. I do really like the Aurora Mark 1. Sorry, Mark 2. I really wish she flew better, but this limitation is one of the things that I have never had to work around since I first got the game. Technically back in 2019, but on the main account I played in 2021. I lost that first account. So our first little bit of money is going to need to go, I think, to getting us some equipment, right? So we're gonna head into town. Now, I don't know of a good way of hiding my in-game name. Why did my camera die? Oh, my cat killed my camera. Oh my god, he's so zoomy that he hit the cable. Here we go. Here we go. This is why I love him, but he's a terrorist. As we got it. We got it. All right. There's a lot of dead bodies here. So what should we do first, chat? After we get some basic equipment, and we're gonna need to try to make this money spread. What are ship components that we can't find? We can't find weapons. They're gonna be bricked unless we get them off NPC ships, and we don't really want the NPC weapons anyways. We can't find we can't find all the main components, which is what we should do. Is we shouldn't buy any components except for maybe the radar. With the Aurora, we can do the starter space combat missions, but we are going to be pretty hard peaked with that size 4, with those size 2 weapons. I don't even think missiles really could get us up there, and like I said, we don't have any of the modules. We can't really run the basic starter cargo missions with it either. So it might be FPS content, which I don't hate, but has always been a little buggy for my liking. I think we start with what I know and what I'm good at. We start with bounties and or ghillies. So we might get hard capped at ghillies 6. Jesus Christ. My performance is so bad. This is, once again, guys, we just crashed. This is a fresh load of Windows. Corey's been running terribly for me, but also I'm pretty sure I just need to wipe and start completely fresh in this computer soon, because I've got very good hardware. I mean, what settings are we even running? I don't even think we're running it maxed out. Yeah, we're running on base high, which for my hardware should be good. I don't believe they are in in-game stores, Jaeger, because the Aurora Mark II isn't available in in-game stores yet. Hey, 9ball, how's it going? Yeah, we've done our best to emulate on this older account, Frank, to be honest. Just a basic $45 starter pledge, because if we bought those 2 modules, then we would have been raising the value to where we could get, like, say, an Avenger. An Avenger's a much better starter ship, sadly. It's a shame. I love the Aurora Mark II, but that ship's an actual good ship. And so, like, I wanted to be limited, you know. I wanted to not have that capability, because I've never had that in my all my time playing this game seriously, right? I've always had a lot of money in this game, so I want to see how far I can get with just a $45 account. And so once again, I think our goal is to shoot for executive hangars. That will give us some options without us needing to farm just a lot of money in a pretty basic ship. But we're still going to want to make our ship as best as we can. So just to check, how much are Deadbolt 2s? We can't afford Deadbolt 2s. That'd be all our money for one. But so we need 100k, 101k to outfit with Deadbolt 2s. How about shredders? What mouse am I using? Logitech G Pro Superlight. I don't fly with the mouse. Shredders are more expensive. How about sawbucks? Sorry, yeah, saw. Okay, we could afford a sawbuck, but once again, not worth it. So instead, we're gonna get ourselves a P4. And we're going to buy some magazines here. The P4 is a common drop on enemies, so we can grab that. The performance issues can from the mouse because of high refresh rate. Really? I mean, I have it on basically stock. I don't think I even have the Logitech G Hub software installed. Because yeah, we have a very high-end computer, so then Shubin is where we can get some basic armor. I had the same mouse and didn't believe it. Okay, we can absolutely check that out. So the Aerial set, we don't want heavy armor because we are going to be flying, and we're not going to be able to buy a whole lot of other sets or lose a lot of other sets yet. And we can loot, we can loot some heavy armor later. So let's go with the Mac with the Mac Flex Core. I'm okay with this. This will be our starter set. Then we'll get the backpack.
Stay sharp. There's a lot of crazies out today.
Okay. There we go. Okay, we will absolutely look into that. We will side to side and see what it does to your FPS. I mean, I'm seeing like... No, it is dropping. It's dropping by like 10. Well, no, I mean, still. Even then, if it was just the mouse polling rate, right? Okay, so we will absolutely need to look into that, though. It's kind of still doing the same thing. Let me try it here again. So 58. It's still dropping on USB. All right. So we still have some money left over. I think we should save that in case we need to claim or actually no, our ship is, well, claiming is going to be another issue, actually, thinking about that. I mean, yeah, I don't even have G Hub installed, so we have to download the software to manage the mouse. All right, so Actually, I think what I'm going to do is when going to. I was going to head back. I actually want to buy a few more things. I want to buy a storage crate to keep on the ship. That'll make looting easier. I don't know how much I'm going to be looting, but we'll see. I did it was night and day. I mean, it was still dropping when I shook the mouse a lot, but who knows? So, okay, these are full-size crates. I was hoping for the 1/8 SCUs. Okay, so we can't get those there. What's the competition radar? Like S N? Yeah. $8,000's a lot of our money. And I think that's the one we want anyways, is the side one grade B. The S and SR7, so we can't get that anyways. Okay. Okay, we'll get the SU container anyways. I don't know if I'm going to be running a whole lot of cargo on my two 1 SCU slots, so having a storage crate that we can potentially fly back to and retrieve if we lose the ship, not a bad thing. Yes, we have no modules. We have 0 modules because modules, as cool as they are, right now, as far as I'm aware, they can only be got in the store, right? And so, from the perspective of a brand new account, a $45 account, they wouldn't have access to those modules, right? Now, they might decide to buy them later, after they decide they like the game, but I don't think anyone's going to fly with modules right away. They might not even know the ship has modules if they're just getting into the game with a starter package, right? I don't think it's that far-fetched for somebody to just buy the $45 starter package, watch, you know, maybe to watch a review of a ship. I feel like that's a very Star Citizen player thing to do, to watch reviews of the ship. I think if you're just learning about the game, you kind of just get the starter package, right? I mean, I can leave it plugged in. I'm not planning on playing with the mouse a whole heck of a lot, so.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disinfectant.
God, dude, that level of cable drag, I'm so not used to it. Oh, it feels, especially because this cable is like not a very light cable. I'm so used to my wireless. It's okay. It's all right. We're still getting massive FPS drops, but yeah, see, like through here. And I mean, we are playing the game at 4K, but I don't think that's the issue. I really do think it's something to do with my Windows install, or with just 4.8. Yeah. See, it's still happening though. We are playing right now. We're getting 10 FPS as we're going through this. Like I said, this Windows install is really old and it's from my last motherboard and CPU. And honestly, oh god. Anyways, I've been really thinking about switching to Linux because I have an Endeavor OS Alienware gaming laptop that I also play on the Star Citizen a bit, and now that I've worked out the bugs there on that machine, that's really nice. Dude, what the fuck? That's worse than usual. You can, yeah.
The capsule will be leaving the station.
There's a whole cadre of Penguin pilots called the Star Citizen Lug or the Linux user group, and they have a lot of stuff. It goes fine. Easy Energy can work on Linux. The dev just need to enable it. God, yeah, this feels so different. All right, so we're gonna start with what we know best. And we are going to fly our ship into combat missions. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can hide the name of the alt. I'm just going to, if anyone gives me money, we're giving it away. Because that is not okay, and we need to keep the validity of the test, right?
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Yeah, easy to cheat. I mean, there's so many ways you can cheat within the game itself, right? All gifted money is spent on Vestal water. All right, let's pull up our SCU box. So why we're doing this is because if we lose the ship, the box is way more likely to be retrievable than the internal storage of the ship, right? And I don't know if there's going to be very many missions we can do that will actually like cargo missions that will fit on this ship. We don't have the cargo module, so we only have these two cargo bays back here. That's a ship generator. Cargo bays. Aha, yes. So this will also be a good way for me to re-review the ship. When it first came out, I was hyped for it. When I flew it, I lost all that hype and excitement. And so now I'm forcing myself to fly it, to rely on it as a main. All right. Because I do love the way it looks, and like just to fly it around, it does not feel bad to fly around. It's just in combat, that Super Hornet performance on very much not a Super Hornet, but I'm already not really a Super Hornet enjoyer, did not do it for me. Especially because what I wanted the ship to be was to be a big fat Gladius. I wanted it to fly just like a Gladius, but be larger with worse guns, right? Oh my god, my cat just destroyed the back of my game. Is that what I realize now? I love that little terrorist. He's a jerk. He's a real jerk. There we go. Yeah, so I've got a lot of cables that hang down behind my screens. Not a lot, I have two. I have literally two cables. I got one for my webcam, which he unplugged, and I have one for my track IR, which he unplugged. So, all right. Our stock power alignment is not super great. So we're gonna have to run our coolers at half to fully power the ship. I don't know why they didn't leave the starter pack with the modules included. Well, because they need to make money, right? Listen, I am by no means a CIG hater, but that is the driving ethos behind all of their decisions. Yeah, we're still getting massive performance drops. Why do you want to run this on the laptop? Because I wanted to. Because Windows sucks butt. Windows recall is a huge violation. And as much as I've been on Windows my entire life, it's literally just gotten worse and worse with the invention of AI. And quite frankly, with all of the work that Steam has put into Proton, into compatibility layers, like anything that isn't like a competitive FPS can basically be played on Linux now. And yeah, like I got 32 gigs of RAM, right? I bet you I'm using almost all of it. And in the same scenario on Linux, I would probably be using maybe 16 gigs. It is such a much lighter weight OS. Like right now, we're literally at 0.3 FPS. Just flying out of this. Hey Stoic, good to see you again. This has kind of been like my 4.8 experience, honestly. It's been pretty bad traversal frame rate. Hey Sky, good to see you. We finally got the alt account. And I decided that instead of doing the Living on the Ironclad challenge, I have not played the game seriously as a new fresh account in a very long time. So I just figured instead of doing that Ironclad challenge a couple days a week, we'll do this challenge. We'll still play on the main account as well. Yeah. We'll see if this even recovers or this just straight up crashes. Like I've got a good computer, guys. I've got a Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. I've got a RTX 5080. Got 30 gigabytes of RAM. This is installed on an M.2 SSD, right? I just think my Windows install is just completely trash. Either that or just 4.8 is just particularly bad for me. This looks to me like it's going to be a full hard crash. Yep, it is. So we should be able to jump right back where we were. Yeah, even through a compatibility layer, most games now with Proton run better on Linux than they do on Windows. Do a compatibility layer. That's how good Proton is and just how bad Windows has gotten. And like I have a homemade C machine that I built because the C machine wasn't releasing with my old processor, my 5950X, not X3D, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and a AMD 9070 XTX, I think. Yeah. And that thing is so rock solid. I'm running Nobara Linux, which was made by a dev who worked on the Steam Deck OS, because this is before Steam OS was released out, right? I probably could go to Steam OS, but that's been so solid that I don't even want to mess with it. Crash counter too, right? All right, let's do that. Hey, Tactical Panda. Well, yeah, there's tons of distros, and honestly, Ubuntu and Red Hat and stuff. I mean, they're good, but they aren't the ones that are focused towards the gamers, right? So Nobara was made is a fork of SteamOS. That's what you need to know about Nobara, right? By somebody who worked on SteamOS. All right. Well, we're on our ship now. Things are going all right. The main reason why I'm not ready to jump to Linux over here is I don't know if all my peripherals work, right? Because I'm a peripheral boy and I like to play with all my toys. There's another thing, like, this isn't necessarily like a new player challenge, because I can't take away my knowledge of the game. I can't take away my... I don't want to fly without my flight set up, right? My head tracking. So this is more me seeing what the game is like when you don't have all the ships you could ever want, right? So I do ghillies all the time. Ghillies pays really well and they spawn pretty frequently. I kind of don't want to do them, but also they're just fucking good starter missions. We need to first get ourselves up to 100k, I think. And I will need to pick a loadout that I want to run on this thing. Trying to pay once, yeah. Or they should, you know, actually be a flight school and not just a set of missions. All right. There's a Tiburon right there. Who left their Tiburon over here?
Looks like you got inbound. Weapons free.
Interesting. So, that's a great question. And of course, you know, the PvPer in me wants to say like a Gladius or an Arrow right now, right? But especially because I think the end goal might be getting ourselves a Carrack. I'm still not fully locked on that, so if you guys have a better end goal for me to work towards right now for the challenge, please let me know. Nothing Wicklow though. Wicklow as a solo player kind of sucks. I mean, I could do it, I guess, for the challenge, but I don't know if I'm a Wicklow enjoyer for that. I need to let my actual guns charge back up. I use the ballistic matter right now. But what I was really thinking is let's try to max out our Aurora, get it with high-end components, a good loadout, right? And then executive hangars, right? Because that could get us some free other ships, maybe even something that we can use to go up, like maybe a Corsair or something, right? And because, like, here's the thing, I have played Star Citizen for many years at this point, but it's been once I started buying ships and stuff, I kind of was able to just get whatever I wanted. I was never really limited, right? And so, like, I kind of like part of me, you know, didn't like the Aurora Mark II because, simply put, I could fly so many other better ships, right? But now it's my only ship. I have to make it work, and so maybe this would be a better way for me to review this ship, which I haven't posted a review on because I was really excited for the Aurora Mark II. I loved how it looked. I loved the modularity of it, and then I flew it and I'm like, oh, this thing flies like garbage, right? But so I'm not going to only be playing this character. We will still be playing on my main account quite a bit, but I'm hoping once or twice a week to play this challenge and hopefully make a video of it. I am just not letting my guns be charged. What am I doing here? Come on. Why did we die? Okay. See if we can survive 50 seconds. I don't think we crashed into something. Why did I get out of the seat? I was thinking maybe I sat outside. But we have... I can just get her moving again. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Alright, we have attitude control. We're gonna have a lot of this. Alright, so looks like we don't have power. So we're going to pull out through here. We're gonna go, go, go. Immediately we had... Well, we must have clipped something. The ship didn't move or lurch at all. We must have clipped something with the wings. Maybe, or maybe we hit an invisible thing. So we're gonna pull away through out here. No sensor of power. All right. So 2 guns. Try and finish this mission. Our base missiles do suck. No, don't you fucking crash into me, you bitch. So, I don't even think the Deadbolt build qualifies as punching up, Sky. Because it really doesn't go far on size 2s. All right, let's head back to Port Tressler and get some repairs off. We're just gonna eat a lot into our first payday here, but at least we didn't die technically. We must have collided with something, but I thought we were fine because the ship didn't lurch or anything. It's a good thing it was a Pisces shooting at us. Hey Django, good to see you, bud. Yeah, our very first mission did not go quite the plan. Heck yeah, dude, enjoy that break. So I wanted to do a living on the Ironclads with a stream challenge, but the Ironclad simply is not enjoyable right now. So instead, I've needed an alt account for testing for a long time, and I actually found this account that I made and forgot about for a referral bonus a while back, right? And decided, screw it, let's bring it up to an Aurora, and let's see, because I've been playing Star Citizen for a long time, but I've also for a long time been able to afford literally any ship I ever wanted without putting any new money into the game. I have so much money in the game already that I can melt ships, move money around, and be just totally fine. And so that's also how I usually review ships, is all in the context of other ships and things. And it's how I first looked at the Aurora, right? And so I was pretty disappointed in the Aurora's performance, looking at it, you know, in context of all these other ships that I have and I enjoy, right? Well, there's a guy going for that pad. Both as a way to review the ship and also just as a way to reacquaint myself with what a beginner account will play like, right? I decided to create the challenge, the 0 to Hero one. And I don't know fully what my end goal is yet. I'm thinking the Carrack. But really, I'm just gonna get a sense for how progression and stuff is like when I'm forced to one ship. Because I've always been able to fly literally any ship I wanted after I got good at the game. I've never had to make do or make compromises in that regard, right? Because I just had enough money in the game to just, I can melt stuff, buy any brand new ship I wanted. It was very helpful for reviewing stuff for the YouTube channel. But I haven't had I won't say a new player experience, but a progression experience. And especially because like a lot of times like gameplay is a lot behind ships, I never really felt like I was missing out because the gameplay I would want to do would be in that ship, right? The Taurus and Corsair make it easy to earn. All right. We might send down our ship and call it back. Ooh, Perseus end goal. I'm not planning on renting right now. If I'm forced to rent to do something, I will. But also, we don't have any modules. We are playing as if we have the $45 version of the account. We don't have the cargo module or the combat module. What I was thinking of, honestly, is we maximize our Aurora as best we can. We get it the best loadout we can. We run Hathor for components. We can still throw components in our little 2 SUs of cargo, and we can throw them on the internals, right? But then we want executive hangars is what I was thinking, because that can get me access to a wider array of ships right away to expand my gameplay options, because I'm still a PvP enjoyer and pilot at the end of the days. And if I can snag an exec hangar, that could be a ship right there that I'm not grinding out just missions for. I've never really enjoyed missions, especially just because the AI is in the game. But now I'm, you know, I bought myself out of having to grind to get the gameplay I wanted on my other account, and I can't do that on this account, right? Alrighty. Yeah, you know what? Perseus. Okay, Carrack is more my playstyle, because it can still be a carrier, and that's what appeals to me more than the Perseus, right? So technically the Starlancer TAC is the smallest carrier ship, but Perseus is probably more desirable for the average person and is the newer, more exciting ship. So it might be better for the video / streams.
Got hostiles heading to your position. Prepare to engage.
All All right, this time let's try not to rip off half our ship. Where's the arrow? Oh well. There's the arrow. So Sky, I want your help because the size 2s are just a straight up compromise of a weapon system, honestly. And I'm not sure what to go for my loadout. For PvE, yeah, it seems like deadbolts is just the straight answer. Either that or M series cannons if I don't mind sitting in there and, you know, working through shield faces, right? Also, we will be going to Hathor and Exec hangars where we will be risking fighting other players. And I also don't intend to like org up with this account or play really with a group on this account. Not saying I do that super often anyways, at least on stream. But like what I might do is I might find people like in global chat and then try to party with them. Okay, some more money right there. I'm not liking how the Badgers are feeling. This is what Blizzard Meta does to a motherfucker. You lose all your ability to fucking mag manage. Okay, 55k. That will get us at least enough to buy deadbolts and shredders if that's the option. I know that I'm like basically super hard capped, as I'm going with like the stripes, which are just simply not good. But that's the whole point of this challenge, is this limitation, right? This ship might not be a fantastic fighter. But we have to make do until we can either grab something better from an exec hangar or just earn the money to buy it outright, right? I mean, getting a couple million is not hard, but I don't want to be wasting money on ships, right?
All targets neutralized. Catch your breath. The next one is on its way. My shores bring me.
I think the first ship I might buy might be a ship, but that's basically the same ship but better. So I'm not sure if I really want to go that route, right? versus something like maybe a golem so I can start crafting things.
Shit.
Not saying I enjoyed crafting last time I tried it, but I mean, I love your lag teleport, you know, anime teleport that this pilot is doing. A very advanced strat right there. He pulled the cow! He crashed into an asteroid. Yeah. So is the mission going to... There it goes. Why are we getting a warning trail? That trailing is really annoying. Let's see if I reset the power on the ship. If I can dump that. There we go. There we go. No more trail. Okay, so we have some money now, and we can buy a loadout. So back to Microtech we go. Shredders are shit at size 2, yeah. I'm just, man, committing to a full Deadbolt build feels ambitious. We're gonna go to like half or whatever, right? You do get mixed pips, and that's a significant difference. That's like a 200% difference. And either way, firepower we're going to be limited on, though. We do have decent survivability, though, because of engineering and the fact that we're a ship with an interior. We don't get lamp, which is like kind of really annoying. Like, we're a starter ship and we don't get lamp. Maybe a ship for PvE and one for PvP. It's true. It's true. But I mean, that requires me first getting another ship. We can't just dupe it anymore. Really though, a heavy fighter I'm not too worried about. I mean, I should be, honestly. I'm flying basically a bad Super Hornet, and that's already a ship I don't like to fight in, but in theory I should still have a lot of options when fighting a heavy. It's when I'm going up against the light that has me worried. Okay. So I don't think we can afford to also upgrade our radar just yet. If we go with the full deadbolts. It is kind of cute having a small hangar again, though. I literally haven't had a small hangar as my main ever, because back when I only had small ships was way before personal hangars were ever even a thing. A little rough there. We had some lag spikes. You still run shredders and just know you aren't hitting anything large. It's true, but I mean, this is our only ship, right? Stop beeping, asshole. For right now, we will send her down. They'll also fix some of the cosmetic damage on the ship.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
I keep thinking half Deadbolt, half Shredder. I know that's mixed Pip. That could also... That's also going to free up a lot of our power budget. I don't know if we're even pulling enough G's to need a flight suit in this ship yet. Leg City.
Located in the plaza.
Let's also get a drink while we're here.
Was a new baggage.
We'll do the two cruise technique. Yeah, like I'm not going to like avoid any workarounds or game knowledge that I have, right? But also, like my experience has always been very narrow in this game, right? Like I said, like I haven't figured out mining fully. I haven't figured out like heavy duty cargo hauling, things like that, right?
Shopping, dining, and entertainment.
So this will be an interesting challenge to just try things and see what it's like, right? Because maybe I will decide, hey, you know what? To me, it's now worth it to grind money to get a ship, and I am going to run cargo. Which before, you know,
You enjoy the rest of your visits.
money was not super mandatory to how I would play, right? Because maybe the SS tankers don't work out. Maybe I can't clear them solo, which is not unlikely, especially with how bad my FPS has been,
Hello.
right?
And welcome to New Baggage, capital city of Microtech.
I've never actually fully completed one of them before. This will be a good chance for me to do things on this account that I haven't done on my main because I haven't had a reason to. Because I found what I enjoyed and I just did that, right? Obviously, we will still be playing on the main account, doing the PvP streams, doing the stuff with the orb. We're testing most of the new ships on that account because that account is what has all my value, right? But I think I really do think I'm going to enjoy this challenge.
Passenger.
What the fuck? Go. We weren't anywhere near the platform. We were not anywhere near that. Skywolf, I really hate to send you looking again, but I trust you. We use the same website. With the deadbolts, where do I peak? Because I know it's not super. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it's all right. Okay, the game has detected a new player account. All I need to do is somehow glitch myself back into one of these trams, right? Yeah. This might be our very first death. Because I don't think I can get out of this track. There's one coming this way. Here it comes. Here it comes. Right now. Alright. Oh man. Sir? Help me! Help me! Log out tech. Wait, maybe. We might have to log out, yeah. All right. We need a counter for this challenge. We need the crashes, deaths, and then deaths counter. I guess for right now, I'll just do it in OBS, but there's got to be a more graceful way. There's got to be a more graceful way. The fuck did I change the size? That's way fucking huge. Where's a good place for it? Like, right down. Dude, let's just do like directly above me. This might become Crashes 3 here in a second. There. All right. Because I'm pretty sure the game is about to crash. Yeah, the game did crash. Do you have a stream deck? I do technically, but not for this computer. I have it for the sim rig. I can get that. Are we counting that? I think we count that. That's actually immediately going to Crashes 3. And if anyone finds a more graceful way of doing this, please let me know. In one stream, by the way, this is one stream, we've had 3 crashes. You need to get a pink vulture? Alright, how will I get the livery? So what you're saying is we need to steal a pink vulture. You can hit a constellation with deadbolts to shields, and a paladin you need to get another 80% damage. Okay. My heart right now is either pure deadbolts or half deadbolts, half shredders. The true new player experience, right? I don't see myself doing Wicklow in this challenge. It's just, that's such a huge thing for a solo player to do. But I also have never actually just committed myself to doing it fully. All right, this time let's try not to get kidnapped by an elevator, huh? Or an elevator train. What the fucking fuck? I feel like there's something wrong with the servers in general. We might have to, right? Realistically, that might be one of the only ways we gain power quickly. And I mean, I could even try, like, if I get an excess of material, I could try selling it. Like, I might not rule out UEX for this challenge. Because even though UEX is outside of the game, that's part of the gameplay flow. And if I get high value components, ores, or things that I can make money in selling and trading, right? If I find pristine metals, right? I might go to UEX and say, hey, all right, today we traded with a player for this, right? Now that might be considered cheating, but like I said, I still am me. I still enjoy what I enjoy, right? And I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy mining or hauling cargo anymore on this account than on my main. But at least on this account, there'd be a purpose for it, right? Because like I said, on my other account, I don't really ever need to grind for a ship. I can get any ship I want. I've got over $8,000 in account value that I can just move around whenever I want. Like, do you guys want to see my fleet on the other account? Here, hold on. It's embarrassing, but here, I have it on a picture here. Assuming it doesn't crash out. There we go. This is, oh god, it's lagging. This is my fleet, guys. This is what I have as of right now. And so if I ever want to try a new ship, I just melt a ship that I'm not flying right now and I go try it out, right? I've got so much account value on that account. And like all the ships I care about, I have. And, you know, I fly quite frequently, right? This isn't like a total whale account, but like, I mean, I've got $400 in just snub fighters. I hope we didn't just miss our station. I feel like we just did. Nope, this is the right one. And so like I never needed to grind for money, really. I could just play the gameplay I enjoyed. We did go too far. Bro has a reclaimer and snubs. Yeah, see, yeah, like these are each $55, and I've got Archimedes. So like, yeah. Like I had a Perseus. I melted it for the Ironclad and the Liberator. Yeah, that was kind of what I was doing for a while, right? But then also, you know, I had it for my own enjoyment too, right?
Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
So like, it's great as a YouTuber, and it's great as somebody who needs to review all the new ships that are coming out. Because I never need to spend another dime in this game. I say as I just spent $15 to get this account up to an Aurora, but hey. I can melt and move that money around and get anything I want. If I cared for F5 wars, which I don't, I could have an Idris right now. An Idris would actually serve me better than the Polaris in a lot of ways. It's just I hate the F5 wars. I know why they exist, but if you're gonna do them, like, we're doing too many of them. The Idris is way too common of a ship, and that's why, like, I kind of hope they don't sell the Odin ever again. Like, I hope the only way you get an Odin now is in game. You craft it as an org, because the Idris is way too common. You see Idrises everywhere. Okay. Are we thinking the half Sawbuck / Shredder, half Deadbolts, or are we committing the full Deadbolts? Or maybe M cannons? I don't know. We're not in a laser meta, and I can't really do it. A new player we commit to one gun, but we're doing 0 to hero. We're not doing the new player experience. Because I would want. I'm really leaning towards the half and half build, guys. I know that's going to make my PvE worse. But in my head, dude, I can't really commit to a for a mono cannon build on a fighter that I'm going to take to Hathor at some point, right? This is probably the wrong call. We also need to swap out those missiles at some point too. So bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right. Okay. That saves us 37,000. That's not enough for us to buy the upgraded radar, sadly. But this should have already helped our power issues quite a bit. Task forces? You don't know. You're right. We should buy task forces. How many do we have to get? I like task forces too. They're a good missile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. No, you're totally right. You're totally right. Yes, please. I think now that we have rearm repair, it's close.
Hi. Everything good?
All right. Swapping these out for task forces will give us way more reliable missiles. There we go. Perfect. You're right, but so does the Ironclad Assault and the Clipper, right? obviously, like like we don't know where the teams are at. Maybe they're working on a brand new Origin ship, which I would also be happy a bit with. You know, now that the MA received such good reception, and you know, there's a team working on Origin again, right? Because that brand needs some love. Okay, so either way, this loadout is still going to be way more effective than the Badgers were. So I think now I want to keep working in Microtech space until we get our upgraded radar. We need 44K for. Once we have the radar upgraded, I think I want to move down to Crusader space and start hitting Hathor, start getting components for that. But we need to make sure we have enough money to kind of cover other areas. We could also literally loot Hathor for armor and weapons and drops, right? So right now we've got a very much of a basic bitch complete noob set, right? But we can get a pretty good looking set of armor from Hathor as well,
The capsule.
and that is just gameplay I enjoy. We also would be taking our only ship into a fight and risking that, but obviously, you know, that's not like a real thing in this anymore. But I can't just say, man, this ship sucks, I'm gonna go grab my Wolf, or I'm gonna go grab, you know, my M80, I'm gonna go grab my Gladius. I'll have to fight in the ship if I fight, right? I wonder who. I know the Aurora has a large cross section, but that's less of an issue nowadays. I'm wondering if it might be worthwhile to stealth load at it. At least on the power plant, because we're gonna be running ballistics, right? Server error. You know what? We're gonna add that to the counter. We're gonna add that to the counter. That deserves to be in the counter. Yeah, stealth coolers would be are just meta outright. Man, so if we wanted to do crafting, we would need 100K for crafting table, then we need to get a. We'd need to get a golem, and the golem's not too expensive, right? The golem's like what, 500,000? Can you buy the Golem Ox in game yet? Because the Golem Ox is not a bad starter cargo ship, and is not bad for looting either. I actually really like the Golem Ox. 1 million? Oof. I mean, that's not too bad actually, but yeah. I've owned a lot more ships than just what I have in right now, but obviously I've owned all 3 of the Guardians and stuff for reviews and things. And yeah, so literally just whenever I want a ship, I just wait for it to come on sale, then I'll melt something for it that I'm not flying right now or using right now. Like, I don't even have an Aurora Mark II on the main account anymore because honestly I like the SE more. But now that we're here with that, oh yeah, best this is the best Hornet. Yes, and the A is the second best, and then there's the C, and then it's the CM. The CM is the worst Hornet. Don't at me. Meanwhile, my ship flies like a CM. But yeah. But yeah, literally, so Ursa Medevac, 4 Pit Bulls, 4 Furies, an Archimedes, because I still want them to be good. 4 SE, Golem, Golemox, Salvation. This is my... Here's my industrial fleet, guys. Oh yeah, and Ironclad. Regular Ironclad. Then C8R Pisces, Razor, Buck, Arrow, Hawk, Gladius, both Wolves, the Avenger Warlock, the Talon, the Meteor, the Mantis, the Ghost Mark II, Gladiator, which we just got, and I'm very happy to just get, and I'm got it with its size 5 bomb rack, so that could be a cool bomber if that ever becomes a viable thing that's needed. Otherwise, we have torpedoes on it. Actually, I think it's a size 10 bomb. We get 2 of them. Then Hurricane, Scorpius, FAC, rest in peace. You need to be better. M80, the GOAT, Shiv, also the GOAT, Paladin, I wanted to review it and never did. The Polaris, everyone knows and loves. I had the Ironclad Assault, but I didn't need it. And then so we got the Liberator, which gives us an Ironclad Assault loaner, right? And I had a Tiburon, and I just didn't like flying the Tiburon. The laser was buggy, it's not my playstyle, right? And the M80 can clear the same missions that the Tiburon can clear, right? So I literally just mounted it and like, you know what? Give me a full-size base Ironclad. If I ever do need to run max like large amounts of cargo, I have that. Yeah, it's sad. I really wanted to love the Ironclad Assault, and I still will give it a shot when it's fixed. I can't bring myself to use it when I have the Polaris right now. Yeah, we're still kind of stuck here. I mean, I could leave and rejoin a new server, and that would get me into our hangar. Okay. Let me check out your loadouts, guy. Are we gonna count this as another crash? I feel like me closing the game and it crashing is a little different than it crashing on me. All right, let's see here. So there's our sawbucks. There's that. Concords, interesting. Okay. Vapor blocks. Okay. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking this one, dude. I'm really liking this build. And it's all obtainable in stores. Frick yeah, dude. I think this is a solid build. And then, of course, if we can get access to higher end stuff, we will. I don't know, chat. Does that count as a... Does that count as a crash? Because we weren't closing the game entirely. No, that's solid. I like that a lot. All right. So we can't damage the hammerhead with our size 2 deadbolts. We can't do Ghillie 7. We can do Ghillie 6. That will get us quite a bit of money. But I also want to get away from Ghillies because Ghillies doesn't give any blueprints. And we also should do FPS and get some of that equipment as well. All right, while this loads, I'm gonna really quick just go and grab a drink. You're freaking right, Sky. You're freaking right. All right. All right.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicles, please visit us again.
So we need to buy the SN SR7 here. Won't be able to. We will not be able to just get that anywhere. So we're not able to leave Microtech space just yet. Where can we buy the rest of that stuff? We buy frame rate. We did not insure. Thank you for that reminder. We will go ahead and do that once our frame rate comes back, if it comes back. And we're on Ghillie's 4 now, I think.
Got your next lesson all ready for you. You fought ships you can see. Now it's time to face the ones you can't. That's right, I'm talking stealth. Remember that the best pilots don't get comfortable just because their radar.
I think a starter ship should have like a reduction in price to insure. I know it's not realistic for like what they're doing for it, but I mean, man, it's your only ship, and you know you've worked hard on it. You don't want to risk losing that. To reclaim, yeah, to reclaim the insured ones. It should be like 50% if it's got the starter tag. Shields, oh, we can get them all here? Heck yeah, dude. You've outdone yourself. And all we need to do is run some missions, get up some money, and then we have a pretty nice starter build.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
I will say, even though I'm not a fan of how the Super Hornets fly, it doesn't feel sluggish. It is a comfortable turn rate, right? And for a new player, right, you probably don't want too snappy of a ship, right? You wouldn't want too intense of a nose rate or of a roll rate. But Strafe, I really feel like we could have done more with Strafe. Oh, I know, dude, right? A lot of the cockpits are kind of weirdly designed. But this is not one of them. This is almost good. I still hate that. I hate that. That's for the seat.
Hostiles inbound. Line 'em up.
Good thing we insured, chat. Like, did we hit something? Yes, there's. Yeah, wait. You're right. You're right. The game is like, this is a new player account. He's in a starter ship. It was in the Visirock. You're gonna log into in the cockpit? Man, so like if I wasn't, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's no fixing this one. The zombie pilot bug. All right. Well, I know what we'll do. I know what we will do. Oh, we don't have a lot of wreck. Wait, hold on. Let's go to our build in here. Damn, okay, even with taking them off, we can't put on the other missiles. Exactly, AC time for just a little bit. I'm not gonna go into SPK, But if there's like a good doctor or some other Atmo one that's running, right? We'll just do any, but SPK is going to be really sweaty for us in an Aurora. But the Atmo ones, the ones that are not as sweaty as SPK, I want to get some fights in. Here we go, Aster's clearing. Because we got to develop a feel for the ship, and I have fought with it, but not since it launched. Okay, we do have some other ships in here. Another Aurora's on us.
Shields damaged. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Holy lag switch, Batman. The separation is bigger than I thought it would be. Lag! The heavy fighter. Nicholas is getting close here. Oh god damn it. We're being hit by another guy too here. We can't even really nav run. There's wolves on us. Okay, got the wolf. Diving onto the...
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Got him. Oh my god.
Shields damaged. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Holy lag switch, Batman.
Check fire. Target acquired. Check fire. Target acquired.
Whoa. Holy lag switch, Batman.
Check fire.
That was a bad burst on us.
Check fire. Shields damaged.
We can outrate him though.
Check fire.
We just sticking close. Dude fucking teleported, literally.
Fire.
Need to be managing my boost a bit better here. You crashed? Okay. So. Yep, there it is. This merge is gonna suck. He's in full back strafe. Yeah, we can't do that. 2 damage there. He's like playing Overwatch, translating around right. Oh, guys, I'll just fly a different ship. Oh yeah, I don't have one. Still, we did decent. Definitely in heavy ammo. A pretty ugly amount of nose jerk. These just work. But the loadout does have more pip separation than I would like. Beetle, right. Totally forgot that. We can't let ourselves be caught in the back strafe of this thing. Wow. 4 was not enough for that. Yeah. No, he ain't gonna let us dive on him. And we don't have the speed to get under him in heavy ammo. Is there anyone else in the lobby? No, it literally is just us. Well, maybe I can get him to come to me. I hate these IR missiles, man. Okay, let's go to 5 players. Brother, we just dropped 12 flares there. We got him. The hard as fuck fight. We got him. When we are in heavy ammo, we actually have higher survivability. That's a different story. Because we were so limited by our G's, right? We couldn't get any speed. All right. Yeah, no, he's not gonna let me get close here. Yeah, dude. If I can't get over him, he just has the firepower to just absolutely slap it. And I'm not sure the VTOL is helping me a whole lot right now, because I'm also needing downstrafe, and I do think... No, it's usable. It's not perfect. But I wouldn't... Brother, you're not gonna let me apply power? I fucking hate the power system. I've hated it for a long time. I hate it even now. Please go, you piece of shit. Yeah, see, look, he's just able to stay above me. Even if I'm trying to get him to chase me, right? I need him to make a mistake. No, it's just too quick. Let's see if our mana comes back. Yeah. It's a hard fight. I mean, we were able to win it when we got on top of him, but God, we have no advantages in flight. And this is why the Super Hornet sucks. Because even though the Super Hornet has more firepower, it has that same flight profile, right? And you just can't do anything. Like, I think we are bigger than the Super Hornet, so that doesn't help either. But like, man, you can't create any deflection. Now, again, we were in heavy ammo. Heavy ammo always favors the heavy fighters, right? Because it slows down the reactors. Like, our boost was doing nothing in heavy ammo, right? Just turn rate, really. So, in space, could be a different story. You a Blade friend? Yeah, I don't want to go to sleep. I had a really bad day, and I want to do this instead. And I don't know. Every bit of me wants to call out of work tomorrow, but I probably shouldn't. No, just... This is what I want to do right now. I'm not tired right now. I'm going to do it. I actually have been enjoying the challenge, despite all of the various issues. And let's go back to our chill music. I mean, we did actually okay. We shot down a couple M80s. We shot down a couple a wolf, right? Well, driving back from a get together with some work buds. It was dark. It was like 8 p.m. and there was a black car bumper on the side of the road that I smashed into my car. And so now I gotta get that fixed. And I'm just not super thrilled. As far as I can tell, it's just cosmetic damage to my front bumper. But yeah. So not a good time. Here. It was dark and it was a black bumper, and I saw people moving into the other lanes, but I was also in a turn lane off the freeway going 65. I'm like, oh, they just wanted to leave the turn lane, right? Yeah, so yeah, there. Someone need an entire new front bumper from that. I think the tire is fine, but I also just like, yeah. I didn't even really want to go to the event, and if I had just gone home, like I was there because I wanted to see someone who I hadn't seen since they left the company and stuff. But like if I had just gone home the way I normally would have been fine. It is a nice car. And so that means,
Welcome
yeah.
to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
I mean, it's my fault for still hitting debris on the road, man. But yeah, it is a nice car, and it's going to cost a lot to either repair myself or if I use insurance, rip my insurance bill, right? Especially because I'm like, I was also like very strongly considering leaving my job soon. Not for YouTube full time. No, just to get a new job. And this of course just does not make that feel any better. All right, game, can you like chill out? Yeah, that didn't help. FPS not applicable. We're not even getting frames per second anymore. Oh my god, game, why? Why, game, just fucking load? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to Alt F4 and start the game again. No, it's just Star Citizen. It only got this bad in 4.8. Oh. Why is my recording hard disk working so hard when I'm not recording? Windows Modulars installer worker, why are you doing something? Why are you using up that much disk space? All right, here we go. Let's see if this works better this time.